Three, two.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Ori. It doesn't say Coffee with Ori; it says Tony Omifalade because I have another. I have another Facebook that I created when I was in Brazil, and for some reason or another, on this pad, I wasn't able to log in as me, as you guys are used to seeing me. So it won't say Coffee with Ori. So anyway, I want to welcome you to the show. Today is Monday the 17th, and happy Monday. I hope you guys have all been okay. Hi, Diete, how are you? Uh, excuse me. I want to welcome you to the Food Alchemy Network, where it's the platform for Dr. D, it's the platform that I also use. And she has programs for women, for you women out there. She has programs for women, and she has programs, to cook vegan food, and a lot of other programs. So just log in, sign in, whatever, and enjoy because her programs are really good. So today's show is going to be. You guys can see me clearer and lighter because I'm on my iPad. I'm not on my computer, so you can see every flaw, every wrinkle, every whatever. But anyway, just trying to figure out how I'm going to start this today. I mean, the subject is going to be about starting over or changing your canvas. And when I mean changing your canvas, I mean starting anew. It's a new year, but it's also a good year to start not. And I want to be clear with this. Okay. Hi, Sadia. Thank you for showing up. Corali's, hi, and thank you for showing up. I want to explain to people things that are going on in the world right now. We know, because we're not dumb, we know that the way that things are going now in life, we know, and if we don't know, we need to open our eyes and realize it. This COVID thing is going to be the new normal. So we're going to have to get used to it. We're going to have to get used to the fact that it's going to be crazy and there's going to be more continuous things coming up dealing with COVID. Now, for those who don't believe in the shot, like I said, I didn't believe in it. But at the end of the day, you know what? I took it because, maybe at one point in my life I didn't want to live, but I do want to live. So, you know what? And I want to travel. So you can't travel unless you have the COVID thing. Now, that's neither here nor there. One of the things that I want to touch on that's very important is there are many things happening right now. Like maybe about, I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago. Um, 5 or 6 years ago. No, lies. About 7 to 8 years ago, because I've been here almost 10 years. So, yeah, it was about 7 or 8 years ago. There was an article that came out, a full article on Facebook where they showed pictures and they showed caverns and all kinds of stuff about an alien ship that was found in Antarctica. And it lasted maybe like a couple of hours, and then you never seen anything. I looked it up, YouTube, they couldn't find anything. Well, guess what? So now they're saying, oh, we found a presence of a ship or something in Antarctica. Really? Really? I mean, the person who wrote the article was a scientist or something that was from, I think he was from Russia, and he wrote the article because it was in on Facebook, and he wrote the article, and basically it was like the Americans took uh, whatever weapons and whatever ships they had in there, small ships, and Germany took some stuff. So we basically had to take the leftovers. So at the end of the day, we never change. We always take what we want because that's what we do. We take what we want. So now a lot of these things are going to be appearing, that there are a lot of, they're aliens. Come on, we know that there's aliens. A lot of people have seen them. Some people haven't, but a lot of people have, including me. So not the aliens per se, but the ships. And at one point, I think years and years and years ago, maybe about 15, 20 years ago, I saw these little people in my house, and I freaked out. So, yeah, I do freak out. And I just wanted them to leave. So again, this is another subject for another day, but I want to give you the updates on things that are going on in the world right now. But yes, there is a new strand of this virus that is, they just started to talk about it. Just started to talk about it today. So Dr. D and I and other doctors that I deal with here, and a lot of people all over the world, know that once the media starts talking about uh, another strand or something that's like another strand, that means that there is a strand and it's on its way. So I just want to prepare you guys because of that. Now, when I'm talking about starting your canvas, let's begin. I know that we've talked about letting go of the past, letting go of people, forgiving people for yourself, letting go of different things. Now, let's start creating what we call a wish board. Let's start creating a board for the things that we want and the things that we really feel passionate about and the things that we deserve. It's not about the things that we need or the things that we want. It's about the things that we deserve. So the law of attraction does work. And if you really use the law of attraction the right way, you will see that the law of attraction shows you that everything that you do is possible, but you have to change your thought pattern. Part of changing your thought pattern is changing what we call vibrations. So the vibrations that we have to change, it's like a canvas. It's our canvas. So we have to let go of everything and anything that is toxic in our minds. Let it go. Many of us, like I said before, and I said it many times, a lot of us hate their jobs, but you know what? You're not doing anything about it, so stop complaining about it. Some people hate the person they're with, or they don't like the way the person they're with treats them, so walk away. There's always things that you can do. You don't need to think that you have to do all these things for people to either like you or appreciate you. Either they're going to like you for you or they're not going to like you for you. Either way, it doesn't matter. What do you lose? You lose nothing. Technically, you lose nothing. If someone is with you and you date them, thank God, thank the spirits, thank whoever that you had an opportunity to understand love and to try it. And just because the other person didn't feel the same way you did, it doesn't matter. Because at the end, the only thing that matters is the fact that you didn't stay there and you didn't deal with it. Okay? Because a lot of people deal with things that they shouldn't have to deal with because it's either because of family or because of finances or because they feel like they're trapped, however it would be or however it is. It really doesn't matter. You have the power to change your canvas. So if you're used to writing and writing, meaning if your canvas is used to being blue, then change it to purple. If you don't like purple, change it to green. If you don't like green, change it to blue. Only you have the paintbrush to be able to change the canvas in your life and to create the things you want to. There's no reason why you have to keep suffering because of your past or thinking so much that maybe the reason that things are not working for you is because karmically you either haven't done anything, you haven't done something right, or you're going in the wrong direction. Well, I'm here to tell you that there really is no wrong direction. There isn't a wrong direction. There's one direction, which is the direction you take. Whether you fall or whether you don't fall, it's up to you. But I would rather fall and pick myself up than make things work easy for me. Because when things work easy as they work, that's as fast as you're gonna fall. So I'd rather fall and learn from that experience and move on. Okay, so that's painting a canvas. Painting a canvas to serve you. Painting a canvas in your life where you take control of your life and not worry about what your mother, your father, or family members think about what you're doing. You know, um, I think that sometimes we tend to rely on people, that we care about, but we don't realize that we're relying on them. And sometimes people have these issues. I talk about it many times. I've talked about it before, and people out there, many of you, many know this is true. People call and or people write and they don't ask how am I doing, how am I feeling. They just say hello and they go right into their own shit. So at the end of the day, changing my canvas yearly is my goal. So my goal is to design my canvas with what I want in it. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I have about 5,000 people, or maybe a little less, on my Facebook, but I am about to change my Facebook completely. I am about to change my Facebook and go from putting Tony to putting Ori, and I'm going to invite a lot of people, but I'm going to also eliminate a lot of people. So if you try to reach me on Facebook and you see that you're blocked, don't take it personal. It's just if I'm with you, or if I'm your friend, or I'm around you, and at the end of the day it's not reciprocal, why would I hold on to a relationship that doesn't do anything for me? And I don't mean cash or anything like that. I'm just saying, if I can't call you when I need you, if I need you, why would I want to keep you on my Facebook? Think about that. Think about that. So don't feel bad if your name is not on my list and I don't invite you to Ori. But it's a new year, it's a new change. I have to change the way that I think, because I can't keep giving. I spoke to my friend Sadia today. We were having a really great conversation, and one of the things that she said, which is something that a lot of people have said to me, but I don't like to talk about this stuff, is that when you're too nice, people take advantage of the niceness, and they don't want to be like you, they want to be you. So, these good guys out there that have girlfriends or wives, and you're being good to them, sometimes, although they may not admit it, sometimes your wife or your girl might be a little jealous of you because of who you are and how things work out for you. And people that are on here right now know that you guys surround yourselves with people, whether it be work or whatever, that are negative people. And sometimes you got to come home and you're like, my God, I'm so tired. I just want to lay down. Well, get into the habit of saging your house. Get into the habit of having fresh flowers in your house at least once a week on the table. Get into the habit of burning incense and lighting a candle, blue candle for peace. Get into the habit of sprinkling black salt outside your door. Yes, black salt is made with charcoal, and you can make it with charcoal a piece of charcoal, could be the ones they use for the grill, just a little piece, and either sea salt or kosher salt. Use a mortar and pestle and you bang the shit out of it, or you use a coffee grinder until it becomes powder, and then you just put a little bit outside your door. That will keep a lot of negativity away. Also, for people who feel like there's too much pressure on them, you can take a bath with lemon, garlic, and Epsom salt. Epsom salt is really good for the body, but it is salt, so you want to do that. People say garlic and lemon. That no, you're not gonna sell. You're not gonna smell like a salad. Everyone should take a deep look. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Sadia. I agree because this is part of the conversation. Everyone, part of a new canvas is taking a look at who's around you. What is your circle like? What are the people you're socializing with? Are they your friends or are they your partner's friends? You have to look at these things, okay? I personally, I'm gonna tell you this, and anybody who knows me how I am, my true self. Uh, Dr. D, Niete, Sadia, many people know how I am from New Jersey. I honestly try to be a happy person all the time. When I'm around straight people, and yes, I'm going to say it, when I'm around straight people, I'm happy. When I'm around families, I'm happy. I don't want to be around gay people the rest of my life. I'm gay, but why would I want to be around a whole bunch of gay people? I don't. I don't like sometimes their critiques, and I just don't like their mannerisms sometimes. I'm not saying that I don't have a feather or two that comes out, but I'm just saying their ways and my ways are too different. I live my life a little bit more on the line because I have a lot more respect for myself. Now, with that being said, I have been accused of being phony and being different. Why? Because I'm not a spiritualist and I'm not on 24 hours a day. I don't want to be on 24 hours a day and be the great Houdini and have to only talk about the Yoruba stuff or the spiritual stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that. I'm a normal person. I have a life and I deserve to have my life. So I don't want to do that. So to that person who has talked a lot of stuff, and the only reason I'm saying this is because this person is going to listen to my show anyway. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. This person I brought into my home, and this person I took when everybody shunned her, I took her in. When everybody pushed her aside, I took her in. I molded her so that spiritually people can understand and see that she is a very good human being. But at the end of the day, she's not a real good human being. She's not a good human being at all. She turns out to be one of the biggest liars that I know. And I always knew that she was a liar, but she really is a liar. And the most gossipy person and just a horrible person. And that is the story of my life. People have done this to me many times. And I am resilient enough to say, I don't give a shit. And anybody that knows me knows that I really don't care. If you want to be my friend, you be my friend. If you choose not to be my friend and you're going to talk shit about me, then you don't have to talk to me at all. I don't need you. I don't need you at all. I've always stood by myself. I've always stood on my own. And if I fall, I pick myself up and I keep moving. I don't cry about little things, because a lot of people cry. This woman is one of them. Cries about the littlest things in pain, cries about money, and yet they have money. So at the end of the day, no one really knows what I have because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about having anything. I always just say I'm a rich bitch. Yes, I am. But what does that mean? I'm a rich bitch. I'm a rich person. I'm rich in love. I have a lot to love to give. I have a lot of love to share with people that I care about. I'm rich in the people that truly love me, not just me loving them, the people that love me. My family's a little effed up, but they're my family and I love them too, regardless. And people that I've met along the line in different countries, I love them. I socialize with them. And if I can help them, God knows, excuse me, that there are no limitations of what I would do not to help these people. I would lift them so that they can find their way and they can find peace and not have to suffer. So again, what I said, it's about creating a canvas. It wasn't about talking about someone, but since I know she's gonna be watching the show, I have to let her know that at the end of the day, she is the ass that everybody says she is. And when you're out there, honey, this is the real me. So I want you to listen to this very carefully. When you're out there asking the gods that you don't want to live, trust me, I'll be praying with you so that you can go too. Because you're just a waste of space. And that's reality. So you guys out there understand, I really am not a bitter person, and I'm not holding this because I've already spoken to the person I asked, please do not call me and don't come by my house. But of course, the bottom line is, I know this person better than she thinks that I know her. And I know she's probably out there talking crap because that's what she always does, or coming around my house to be nosy to see if I'm socializing with people, her son, basically. And at the end of the day, that just shows you how people are crazy. So people are crazy, and that is why you have to create your own canvas. If you have an ex-husband and your ex-husband calls you and he needs you and he needs of you, why? Why? I'm sorry, why? If he did so many things to you to hurt you, why would you even entertain the idea of helping them? Why? I wouldn't. You have to be selfish. The good book says that, and even in the Quran, that you're supposed to help your fellow man and you help your fellow sister. And I agree with that 100%. But you know what? But when they give you the ass to kiss, you need to walk away. You need to know when to walk away. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to want to do things on your own and not talk about it. It's okay for you to want to create a different canvas with many colors and put it up in your house and just show who you are and not be afraid to be you because you're afraid of what people are going to think. At the end of the day, what does it matter? People are going to talk whether whether you're happy or whether you're miserable or whether you're sad or whether someone has died or someone is alive. People are going to talk, good or bad. They're always going to talk because people talk about people. That's just the way it is in the world. Everyone talks about everybody, and that's how life is. But there's one reason to talk or way to talk about people and make mention, and then there's another way where you can talk to them you can talk to somebody in a decent way and not talk and be able to not just talk behind them, but be able to confront them and say, you know what, I said this about you, because I do that many times. I said this about you, and I want you to understand that I said it at this point and I meant this. So if it comes back to you, yes, I did say something, but this is what I said, and I correct myself. And many of you out there do the same thing. You have problems with people, and you don't even know why you have these problems. You socialize with people, and you think, again, Sadia, people in your own circle, it could be your own family, and they misconstrue the words that you say or the things that you say, and then all of a sudden you're caught in the middle of a gossip or you're caught in the middle of a problem, and you're like, what the hell happened? Thank you, Gorali. So sometimes so I understand when people just don't want to talk and people don't want to discuss anything and people just want to pull away from everything. I want to pull away from people. So I spend a lot of time by myself in my home. I got my neighbors, and I say it again, I'm gay, but I'm not the regular gay person that you're used to. I personally, I don't know what it is, maybe because I'm an introvert and an extrovert at the same exact time. But I don't like to be around a lot of gay people. Maybe go to my neighbors next door and drink coffee. But most of the time I'm in my Colombian friends that are straight, and I hang out with them, and I'm chill. It's like I'm there with family, like my sister and her husband and my niece. That's how I feel, and there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. It took me a long time to really appreciate who I was. It took a long time for me to even like who I am. And yes, I always had a lot of confidence to the world in the outside, but inside my heart, I was never really confident with myself, and I didn't like myself. I was kind of like down on myself, and I would look at whatever I saw in the mirror I didn't like. I never had a problem getting a boyfriend, but the boyfriends, unfortunately, were always married men. They were never gay men. So at the end of the day, I have to create a new canvas, and my new canvas is in the shades of yellow and red and some hues of purple. Why? Because the anger shows the red, but it's very little and it's in the bottom. And then the yellow is what overwhelms. And then the purple is my spirituality. And those are the colors that I want to focus on this year. I want to be able to say, I'm done with this. I don't want to talk about this. You are not my friend. And I love you, but I love myself more. So I have to let you go and move forward. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with talking to your family and saying, listen, you need to have a little consideration for me because I'm always running around doing shit for you. And if they don't like it, at the end of the day, you don't ever have to do favors for them again. It's simple because we cannot live our lives taking care and making things some people's bad planning can never be our emergency. They can't. It cannot become our emergency where we have to stop what we're doing. Because if you have to stop what you're doing in any aspect of your life to make sure that someone else is happy, then there's a problem. Not just with them, with you. So you really need to understand that wholeheartedly we are an amazing group of people. Our humanity is so important. Our love for life is very important. And those people, again, that try to kill themselves because they're unhappy, then do it. Don't do it. Don't talk about it. A person who wants to kill himself, do not talk about it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. You know why? Because there will come a point where people that you love and you trust, they're not going to want to hear it. And they're just going to look at you like you're an idiot. So at the end of the day, to me, I always said it, you want to kill yourself, find the highest building and jump. Jump. It's the best thing you can do. If you're unhappy, I'm sure you're making everybody around you unhappy. So why not meet your maker? That's the way I look at it. Now, that's also starting a new canvas. Might be a bloody canvas, but it's starting a canvas too. It's starting a new canvas. For people in love this year, it's going to be a great year for love, guys. It's going to be a great year for letting go. If you learn to communicate, if you finally put all your nastiness aside and all those damn problems that are really not problems, because this is the biggest problem. The biggest problem of all is that we don't really have major problems. The problems we have, we create. So when the littlest problems come up at a moment where we do not need it to come up, especially with a bill or bills or money, we make it from this something this small and we create this. And it becomes a monster and it consumes us. And at the end of the day, who do you have to blame but yourself? So like I said, you want to create a canvas. Even if that means on your board, creating a board and putting copies of money and houses and cars and things that you want to manifest, put it up. If you want peace, find, pictures of the wood and pictures of the ocean and pictures of water and streams and things like that. If you want to change academically, it's going to be a great year for school. It's going to be a great year academically for people who are going to take the time and do the right thing. You want to go to school? Go to school. Don't talk about going to school and don't go to school. It's going to be a rough year for a lot of people because there's going to be a lot of deaths. I know that we have seen a lot of deaths in the world right now going on with this COVID, and a lot of people out there have lost their families all over the world. But I just want to remind you of this, and it's not a conspiracy theory. There is a number. There's a magic number with when it comes to population control. There is a number, and we haven't reached that number yet. So as long as we have not reached the number that we're supposed to reach in deaths, there's going to be different COVIDs coming up, different things coming up, and if they're keeping you around, understand that if they're keeping you around, doesn't matter if you're sick, if you're not sick, or if you work or if you don't work. If they're keeping you around, it's only because they need you, or they need who you are, or the person you are, because you make a difference. So whatever it is, and why ever you're being saved somehow, besides it being God's intervention, it's also spiritual intervention, and it's also, logistically, it's things that are happening because it's almost like the Matrix. They put us in categories. So at the end of the day, we have to look at that, and we have to ask ourselves, how important am I to this person? And you will come to realize that 96% of the time, you're not important enough. You're not important to an employer because you can easily be replaced. So at the end of the day, they want you to work hard and bust your ass. And the moment that you cannot bust your ass and you cannot work hard, then they're going to penalize you and they're going to treat you like crap because one day, but they forget all the days that you saved them. They forget that. So at the end, I just want you guys to know, come on, man, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. You guys are beautiful. You guys have such compassionate spirits and such loving souls. So, you know what? Let's not gossip this year. Let's watch our tongues. Let's not curse at each other. Let's not call each other names. Let's not call each other out of our names, and just be the people you're supposed to be, transparent. Love the Lord, love the universe. Love whatever God, the God of your understanding. Love the God of your understanding. Because at the end of the day, that is all you have. And this is a year by walking by faith and not sight. It's a year that's going to be a lot of deaths. And it's only because of the COVID thing, guys. And I advise people, especially women, if you live in a climate that's very cold, make sure you always have a scarf. Make sure you don't leave your house with your hair wet. If you're one of those people that have to shower in the morning, that's fine. But if you don't use the blow dryer, don't wet your hair. Get yourself some dry shampoo, put it in your hair, and keep moving. Why? Because you have to watch yourself this year. You have to make sure that you are preparing yourself and you're taking care of yourself, especially this area of your body, the neck and the chest. So always try to wear a scarf. Even if it's chilly and it's not cold, wear a scarf, because these winds and what's in the air is what's making us sick. So sometimes you need to wear a scarf around your neck, and then if you start to feel like the little breeze, put it around your nose so that you don't have to suck in all that breeze. Uh, Besides it being a year of death, like I said, it is a prosperity year. It's going to be a year with a lot of prosperity. It's the year of money, of love, of understanding, because people are talking more where before they weren't talking. The only thing is you're talking about the wrong shit. People out there concerned, everyone, these fundamentalist crazy people, because that's what they are. These Bible bangers, always judging and criticizing women who abort. Give it a break. That's between a woman and God. It has nothing to do with you as a personal priest. You want to adopt a child, then go to Africa and adopt children. Go to India, adopt children. Go to Sri Lanka, adopt children. Go to different parts of I don't know, Sudan. and adopt children. There are millions of children in the world that need parents, and yet you're concerned about somebody taking out a little seed or a fetus or whatever because you don't think that it's the right thing to do. Well, you know what? That's you. F you. It's not your body. You're not the one doing it. They are. So at the end of the day, again, create your own canvas. You don't have to paint inside the lines. You can paint outside the lines. You can be yourself. You can be who you are. And if whoever doesn't like the person that you are or the way that you have become, that's not your problem. You know, it's not your problem. It's nobody's problem when you are doing something and people automatically judge you, and yet they're judging you, but at the same time they're doing the same. You know, they're doing the same, and I just think that on an overall scale, it is very ignorant and childish of a person, you know, to make judgment on people, even family, because I know that family and friends sometimes make judgments on you, on a person, and they're like, well, I didn't appreciate this. Well, guess what? It's not your goddamn life. It's mine. I do whatever I want. And if you don't want to be my friend, like I said, I don't give a shit. Plain and simple. I was born by myself, and when I die, I sure am going to die by myself because I don't see nobody jumping in the coffin as if I was King Tut and accompanying me to the afterlife. So at the end of the day, that is my opinion, and that is the way I paint. I paint in reds, in yellows, and in purples, and that is my canvas. So everyone should choose the colors that they want to use in their canvas, and remember that each color is going to signify something else. Each color that you use signifies something. You have to just look it up. What does green mean? What does blue mean? What does yellow mean? And then go by what inspires you, you know? So in painting your own canvas, I don't literally mean painting a canvas, although you should and you could because everybody can paint. I'm talking about an emotional and a mental canvas, the inner core that we have. So envision in your head what you want to get rid of and what you want to achieve. And when you start to feel it as you're painting it, that is what is called uh, basically the law of attraction. When you can feel what you want, that is the law of attraction. And it's not saying that you're not going to get all the things you want. It's just saying that you, as a human being, have the right to do as you choose. And no one has the right to judge you in any way, shape, or form. And if they judge you, then they are no better than those fundamentalists that think that they know everything and they know shit. So at the end of the day, you people need to start coming clean and decide in which direction you want to go, because the direction you choose is the direction that you will heal yourself. But if you don't heal yourself, you're not going forward. You're not going to move in the direction that you want to. And you have to absolutely make yourself make sure that everything is going according to plan. You know, that is very important. Hold on 1 second. I want to see something. Oh, lovely. Today, it's 9:39. So, like I said, people, listen, I don't want to come across as sounding like an ass or being mean or bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm not, I had to decide what I wanted to, I needed to choose how I wanted to live my life a long time ago, and I chose to be happy. And if that means being by myself and spending the rest of my life by myself, then so be it. Let it be God's will, not mine. Let it be the universe. Let it be the powers that be. They're the ones that know what I deserve and what I don't deserve. So at the end of the day, like I said, follow your own heart, follow what you want to do, and just keep doing what you want to do. But at the same time, you need to understand that people are only going to do to you what you allow them to. And I've said this many, many times. So don't fall into the funk, okay? Just create some type of peace for yourself, because it's important that you do that, you know. So now I'm going to start this meditation, and it's only going to be for 15 minutes, if that, maybe 12. We're going to meditate today on the sounds of water, but I want you to hear my voice as we're going through these sound of water, because I think it's important that we start to deal with nature, because we need to heal Mother Nature. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I want you guys to take a deep breath, as deep as you can, remember. And I want you to hold it. I want you to count to 10 and release it slowly through your mouth. Slowly. I want you to take another deep breath. I want you to hold it. Hold it. And I want you to release it. I want you to keep your eyes closed. And I want you to listen to the water. And not just listen to it. Focus on the water cleaning yourself, cleaning your body, your mind, your spirit, and your soul. Allowing the water to drench you. Imagine this water being where you live. And you're either looking outside the window, or you're in the rain, or you're in the car, or you're outside just sitting down with an umbrella just listening to it, or just in bed. However you want to envision yourself, listen to the rain and start removing and start envisioning in your head what colors do you want to start painting your canvas. In other words, what color do you want your life to be, and how do you want your life to turn out? And colors make up a lot of things that are going to happen in your life, but they will also show you the way, or they will show you, color shows you or will show you what exactly your flaws are and why you're so dedicated to one thing rather than to be dedicated to many things. So again, take another deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. All the while, please keep your eyes closed. Release it. Take another deep breath. Slowly. Hold it. Hold it. Release. Slowly. It is very important that in your mind, you're releasing it. As the rain takes away things, as the rain can take away the chalk writing that's on the sidewalk, or paper, or things, and the rain can just push it out into the street, and then it'll float out. Envision your life pushing people out of your life, or the rain washing them away from your life. The obstacles that are in your way that's not letting you move forward, the obstacles that are keeping you from finding the right job, the obstacle is keeping you from not making the step, or from making the step, but wanting to please and appease your family. It's about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. It's about your life. It's about your choices and what choices you make in your life. There's a lot of people out there that love to have parties, but they don't bring nothing to the party. They just like to come to parties because it's free food and it's free booze. People don't learn If people can use you, they will use you. And you can't get mad at it because it's not like if you don't see it coming. Most of us do, and we just choose not to bother with it. So again, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to count to 10, and I want you to release slowly. Again, take another deep breath, and release it. Now just bask in this sound. Listen to it. Understand it. Feel the vibration of the water, of the power that the water has to remove and to cleanse. Take a deep breath. Hold it. And hold it. Hold it. And start releasing. Again, take a deep breath. And now, open your eyes. I want you to stretch your arm out to the, I want you to open up, to stretch out your arms the long way. Stretch, stretch, stretch as much as you can. Now we're not going, and we're gonna put our wrists up as with our hands are saying stop in both directions. And we're gonna go over our heads with our hands like this. We're gonna go over our heads and we're gonna stretch up as high as we can. As high as we can, and all the while listening to this. You're relaxing your body in this. And you're gonna keep pulling and pulling, and then just letting it go slowly. If you're on a chair, you're going to pick your chair, and you're going to turn your body as far as you can. Turn your body as far as you can. Don't force it. Just stretch your body as far as you can. Now the other side. Stretch your body as much as you can. And bring it back. I want you to shake your hands. Just shake your hands. It's almost like, I want you to let your hands go as if they were bubble and you or Play-Doh. And the way you move your hands, you're going to be shifting everything around. Because this is a matter of purging everything that needs to be purged. And the brain is going to be the one to help us to purge all these things that are inside of us. Okay? Now, I want you to stretch your arms out in front of you. This way, I want you to stretch them out as heavy as you can. Push them out. Push them out as far as you can. Your shoulders might feel weird, but just push out as far as you can. Now, As you keep your hand there, you feel the pressure in your shoulder. Take your head and turn it around counterclockwise. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. If I lost count, I lost count. But at the end of the day, I just want you to relax now because it's 9:51. I want you to take a deep breath, your last deep breath, and I want you to let it go. I want you to, before you let go, this final thing, let go, and repeat these words in your head as you let go. It is by my will alone. Again, it is by my will alone that I choose to let go of anything that is taking space in my life, in my body, in my heart and soul. I release it to its higher being. That's it. I'm trying to turn you off. What's going on? Hold on. I really don't want you on. So guys, you guys have been an amazing group. I mean, I know that sometimes I go on here and I ramble like a crazy person. I don't mean to, but it just really, 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 it really consumes me with the things that go on. But I just want you to also understand that I am human, and I also have a lot of flaws, and I have people that hate on me for no reason, and there are people that I trust that I care about, and it doesn't make me angry. It makes me sad. So I want you guys to understand that it is okay to be sad when you're hurt by people that you care about, with people that you trusted, and then they hurt you because that's all they know how to do. And it's okay to be upset about it. What I don't want you to be is I don't want you to become bitter about it, because bitter people make the wrong choices in life, even with relationships. You know, you mothers out there that are good mothers, you guys, a lot of you go through so many things with your children, and you just want them to have the best life. And, you know, sometimes they just want to go astray. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a father, but I am a godfather of many, and I have many friends that have children. Sometimes you just have to say, the hell with it. You go get your own life. If you feel that you can do a better job than I do, then you know what? Then you go ahead, get a job, get out of school, and start paying rent. And I guarantee you that they will change, because at the end of the day, when are you going to stop being an enabler? You know, you got to wake up too. You can't live life. You should be living your best life right now, especially if you have adult children. You should be living your best life. And if you're not living your best life, that's your own foolishness. Well, it's 5:54. It's a few minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that I always enjoy having you guys. And anything that you guys want to say, you know, you can text me. You guys have my number. And if you don't, you know, it's the 862 number for those who don't have it. And for those who have it, and for those who don't have it, my email address is omifalade, OMIFALADE. And of course, in Spanish is omifalade, but they spell it omifalade, OMI, F like Frank, ALA, D like David, E, at yahoo.com. And you can leave a message, you can leave a comment, You can leave a suggestion of what you would like to talk about, and, pretty soon I want to stream where people can call in and we can conversate, because I want to hear your opinions. And sometimes you guys just stay quiet, and I know that you guys do it because you guys care about me and you respect and you like the class. But sometimes class participation is important. Come on, we all went to school. We know how that is. So my homework for you guys is, for next Monday, I want you all to think about a subject that I have not talked about, or something that you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about, because you don't want to discuss it, so you want me to talk about it. And just text me, though, for those who have my phone number, or not, email me. And then we will figure it out next time. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys much. No, it's not omifalade at Gmail. It's omifalade at yahoo.com. Yahoo.com. Omifalade at yahoo.com. And the other one is vanderviewori at gmail.com. Those who know me as Vanderview Ori, it's Vanderview and Ori, my name, at gmail.com. The other one is Omifalade, OMIFALADE at yahoo.com. Feel free to text me anytime. And if you need to talk, or if you want to get read, you can also email me. And you don't have my number, I will give you my number and I'll set up an appointment with you, okay? I really appreciate you guys. Love and light always. Always wishing you happiness and joy, peace and harmony, and everything that comes that is positive. And remember, only you have the power to walk through that circle and say, it is by my will alone that I choose to let this go, that I let this person go, that I let this feeling go, that I let this energy go, and not be afraid to do that. Again, love and light, peace and harmony. Have a great week, and I will speak to you next Monday.